A baby come out of her. Stopped on the way to vote. Here's an employee of the elections office on 10 News Tampa Bay explaining what happened when the woman's husband came in.
She refuses to go to the hospital until she votes. It was an odd situation, but she wanted to vote, and that was her right. I gave her I voted sticker, and she was on her way to the hospital. She was very happy that she got to vote.
Hey, good for her.
Amazing.
And she must have thought she had a little time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, she's like, okay, let me click. Who do I want for the Senate? Oh, there's the head. I haven't done my picture yet because I have my I voted sticker. I haven't put it on because if you have a sticker, you have to post yourself on Instagram wearing the sticker.
Yeah, pick her, it didn't count.
Yeah, so I'll probably do that today. All right, let's do one more.
Bobby's Other Big
Story.
Well, speaking of producer Eddie, I thought he'd like this story. Whataburger is expanding to a new state.
Come on.
It's Missouri.
I know.
Not here, but the fact that they're expanding means they can expand. The thing is, though, now they're owned by a Chicago company.
Yes.
So they will want to go out on a more national platform. Eddie's favorite place to get a burger is Whataburger. Why do you love Whataburger?
I mean, since I was a kid, it's just Texas. It's a Texas place, and since I was a kid, that's all we ate for lunch, man. Whataburger, Whataburger, Whataburger. And then when I got older and we go get drunk, what'd you do at 2 in the morning when you went home? Got Whataburger.
And they have the best ketchup.
The burger chain revealed it will expand its presence to another state next year when 2 of them are opened up in Kansas City, Missouri, but you can expect other moves soon.
Oh, dude, that's one state closer.
Is it closer?
I mean,
I guess so.
Missouri's right there.
It jumped up. Yeah. There you go. That's the news.
Bobby's Big
Story.
Call us if you want. 877-77-Bobby. 877-77-BOBBY. Yeah. And Jason Aldean on right now. And he sings like this. She said, baby. Or no?
Yeah, we did. Just with Stevenson, though, Stashira decided that I thought she'd change her mind last minute because of the candy, but She did not want to go. She's too old now. But Stevenson had a blast. And I was so impressed with so many parents that had made these goodie bags, like a paper sack tied with a bow, so individual. So it was COVID friendly to where you don't have to stick your hand in a bowl. You just go up and get your individual bag. And I didn't think of that. I had a big bowl.
Amy even unwrapped the candy individually.
Yeah, I was like, here's some hand sanitizer. But yeah, our neighborhood did it. It was fun.
Eddie had the most COVID-safe thing I saw on the internet.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
He
What?
built a candy chute from his upper
Oh,
window.
cool.
I
That's
sure
awesome.
did. Yeah, I used pipe, and the only problem is the pipe was a little too skinny, and then there was like a bend in it. So I would say 80% success rate where like most of the candies went through, but if you threw like a Skittles bag or an M&M bag, it would get stuck. I'd have to shake the pipe.
Yeah.
You had to pour some liquid plumber down to get it out.
Funny.
Drano.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you have a bunch of kids come by?
lots of kids. I was surprised that the neighborhood, it was full force. But like Amy said, us going trick-or-treating, impressed. A lot of tables out there, a lot of individual bags, or a lot of people just put like two candies in separate little areas. So where you go up and just grab, but not a bowl. So it was pretty cool.
Morgan, did you stand by at your door waiting to give candy away?
Yeah, I did, and I only got 2 trick-or-treaters. It was really sad.
Aw.
I have a bowl full of candy, so in case there's any kids out there that want to come stop by again, I have a lot.
Well, Lunchbox is 39 years old. He dressed up as a penguin and went door to door looking for candy. He said, just imagine an adult coming to the door going, hey, trick or treat. This year was a little tougher, though.
It was a lot tougher because, like you said, there was a lot of people with the tube chutes, and so there wasn't a lot of knocking, and it didn't really matter. But I did find a few houses that still had you come up and knock on the door, and they were my victims.
Trick or treat! How's it going? Oh, what do you got? You got Smarties? Smarties, I'll pass. No thanks. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. This house has Smarties. I said no, I'm moving on. Next house.
You guys got to be like, what just happened? Some old guy just came up here. All right.
Trick or treat! Yeah, happy Halloween! Thank you.
And the penguins.
Yeah, wait, is that what are these?
They're caramels, yeah.
That might be next to worst to candy corn. Like candy corn's the worst. That might be terrible.
Oh, well, go get your free candy somewhere else.
Terrible. Terrible.
Got him.
Dang.
I would just think they would be confused for a second because when there's an adult dressed up, you look down and there are kids around him. Like usually the mom or the dad or the grandma or grandpa, whomever's with them, is dressed up because they're also telling kids, hey, let's dress up. Like leading by example. But then when he shows up by himself, like,
You start checking your wallet.
Where? What? Yeah. Here's one more.
Trick or treat! Hopefully you guys got good candy. That was only 2 pieces. That was 4. Oh, that's 5.
On down the road.
That's it?
You need to go home and have a cocktail.
Oh.
Go home and have a cocktail.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Nice work, Lunchbox. It was harder this year, huh?
A lot harder,
Pandemic
man.
has even ruined adult trick-or-treating where we're messing with people.
Corona just screws everything up.
Can we not have just that? Call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. Let's do best and worst from the weekend. I'll give you a story about, I'll give you a little teaser here. I was at the Grand Canyon. I'm doing something, and it was freaky to me, but it was so freaky to Caitlin that she started crying watching me do it.
Whoa, okay.
Which has never happened before.
Wow.
So we'll talk about that coming up. And Lunchbox, speaking of Halloween, had a costume that they told him was inappropriate. And will you be the judge if you think it's inappropriate? That's on the way.
This is the Bobby Bones Show.
I'll give you my best and worst from the weekend. My best, I went to the Grand Canyon to shoot an episode of my new show, which comes out next year. And I am extremely afraid of heights. It's my one big fear. And this was the one I was nervous about days into it because over the Grand Canyon, which I'd never been to, I'd flown over it, but I'd never been to the Grand Canyon until this weekend. It's amazing. And I feel like I've seen everything. I just tour so much. I go to so many cities. I feel like I've seen everything that awe-inspiring. You're just like, wow, it's so big. So we go to the Grand Canyon, and there's something called the Skywalk, and the Skywalk goes out over it. And so you walk out, and you can look under the glass and see 4,000 feet down. And that is freaky in itself, just to walk out and look down. But what they were having me do is rope access, which is how they clean the top of skyscrapers. You know, if there needs to be stuff done at the top of the Eiffel Tower, the only way you can get there is by rope. And so that was my job, to take ropes to get out underneath it and hang 4,000 feet.
Oh, boy.
And clean the bottom of the Skywalk under the glass. Because someone clean the top of the glass, no problem. You just get a mop. You get a Swiffer sweeper, and you just sweep it.
Yeah.
But the guys on the bottom, their job is to rope their way in and hang and clean the bottom of it.
And that has to be the cleanest because that's what they're there for, to look down. Come on.
Well, both are pretty even, to be fair. But they only go 3 times a year to clean the bottom of the Skywalk. And so that was the break. It's called breaking Bobby Bones, if it was going to break me. And I won't give you the end. I didn't die, but I thought I was going to a couple times. I'm terrified. And there's one point where I get to the edge, and you just have to let go, and you go out over the edge.
That's crazy.
I was so scared.
Did you pee your pants?
No, but I was so scared. My chest had constricted. I felt it. And I've done some nutty things, but nothing like this. And so Caitlin's on set, and she wears headphones so she can hear microphones. You know, there are a few people, my executive producer, showrunner who's running the show has headphones. He can hear what I'm saying. Caitlin has it. And I'm like, guys, I don't know if I can do this. I'm on camera. I'm scooting 1 inch to it because right over the edge is 4,000 feet. And the only thing holding me up is a single rope. And I'm like, I don't think I can do this. And but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And
that would be the end of the show.
I can always just tap out and go, not going to do it.
Oh my gosh.
I've been broken. But that's not me. I feel like part of who I am is not letting fear dominate me. And I might lose at times, but I don't want to let fear dominate me. So I go, finally, after what seems like forever, because I was just kind of coaxing myself. Nobody was coaxing me out there. I was coaxing myself. I was like, you're going to do this. So just do it and get it over with. The sooner you get out there, the sooner you get back. Same thing I do to get myself to work out. Hate working out. But I'm like, sooner you get started, sooner you're done. So I go, okay, fine. And boom, I'm out over the cliff looking down. Every part, and not just my butt, every part was puckered. Oh. Toes, butt, nose, and I'm not looking down. And so I'm going over and then have to switch ropes. But Caitlin can hear all of this. And I can look up and she's crying because she's so freaked out because I'm freaked out. And so I went, and I won't tell you what happens. I'm alive.
Thank goodness.
Obviously.
On my Instagram, there's a picture of me, though, hanging on ropes over 4,000 feet from the ground. These guys are extremely brave that do this. They're exceptionally skilled.
A little crazy?
I think to just pursue it as a job, you have to be a little crazy to do it. I'm thankful they do, because once you learn what they do, they only get called in when every other thing has been tried. Yeah. And the Skywalk was just something that is crazy, but they have to go in situations at times that are dangerous, and they're the only ones who can get there. Can't get an airplane up there. Can't drop a helicopter down there. So
crazy.
It is wild. I have never been so scared, and I've done some nutty stuff. You know, the caller earlier about Bear Grylls, I was really scared there. I was going down a rope. That's 400 feet down a waterfall.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. I was scared to death, but it wasn't anything like this. Skydiving wasn't anything like this. But
so was that your best or worst?
Yeah. Best.
Okay.
Because I'm here.
Best. Okay.
I'm here. My best is I saw something amazing. I was proud of myself once it was over, because at least I went out. You can see on the show when it happens if I did what I was supposed to do. But I went out. I faced a fear head on, and said, I'm just not going to let it hold me back.
Nice.
And I did it. And so that's the best for me. The worst is Arkansas losing Texas A&M. That sucks. Okay, anyway.
We won.
Moving right along.
You did. We played.
She
We
didn't
actually
even
played.
know.
We actually played pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't know, but gig 'em.
You don't even care. Why would
Yeah.
you rub it in?
That
By the
is
way,
my-
Texas A&M, you guys cheat. You have too many people in the stands, acting like it's only 20.
There's
The
no way
stadium's half full.
Oh, that's the 12th man bone.
But they did play well. We played pretty well. They played really well. They're ranked number 8 in the country for a reason.
yeah,
so
they're actually pretty good.
yeah, they were pretty good. I know.
You were never good when I went there.
You weren't?
They weren't good last year. No, I mean, they haven't been good in a few years.
So that was the worst for me. But Eddie and I, our friend Adam, Matt Jones, who is my friend, does Kentucky Radio, we're all going to the Arkansas game this Saturday.
Bones, I cannot wait.
It's gonna be
Like, I'm really,
crazy.
really
We're gonna
looking
go
forward
watch
to this.
Arkansas and Tennessee play in Arkansas. So it's the one game I get to go to this year. So that's gonna be fun. That's my worst. Amy, your best and worst?
My best would be, I gotta say, I mean, we had a pretty good weekend, but last night I spent the night with Stashira in her room, and we talked for almost 2 hours before
Wow.
bed.
About what?
Just life, her time at the orphanage, her time before she was at the orphanage with her mom, things she remembers. Like we've had some good talks before, but I think just something about me snuggling up with her in bed and talking. And so I have to say that was for sure a high. Like I'm glad it happened because if I hadn't planned on sleeping with her, and she just thought that was the coolest thing ever because of course I normally don't do that. And then I don't know, worst would be, I mean, my dad did get to come over, which is awesome, but he got stitches and his face looks like he got in a car wreck, and I just feel really bad for him. So that was kind of a low, but he's in good spirits, so that's awesome.
Eddie, best?
Oh, easy. The best is my son scored 3 touchdowns in a flag football game.
Wow.
His first 3.
Which aged son?
7-year-old.
He's pretty good, huh?
Oh, dude, he I cannot believe it. 3 touchdowns is amazing.
So he got your wife's athletic ability?
I get. Wait, what do you mean? No, his daddy's. He got
No,
his daddy's
dad. Did he
athletic.
say dad? I don't like when Eddie
Well,
says daddy.
he calls me daddy, so
I
that's
know.
good.
6. I don't think that's weird.
Yeah.
No, it's not weird. It's weird when Eddie says daddy.
Well, I don't know. It just came out.
And your worst?
And my worst is my Dallas Cowboys suck. That's it.
Oh, they lost.
They're probably the third string quarterback last
I
night.
get
Though.
it,
What do
man.
you expect?
It's just hard to watch.
Yeah.
But
Lunchbox, best and worst?
Best times was trick-or-treating. I mean, I always love getting free candy. I mean, that's my favorite thing of the year is free candy. Worst times is daylight savings because the kids wake up an hour earlier, so 6 a.m., woohoo, they're ready to go. Not
You're
cool.
telling me that being told by the news or Twitter or Facebook that daylight savings is coming isn't affecting your kids and how they wake up and live their life.
No, they wake up
They
an
don't
hour.
want. They're not affected.
They woke up an hour earlier than they usually do, and not cool.
Or the same time, but it was just an hour earlier.
Well, exactly, but it said 6 a.m. on the clock, and that's not what I want.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Nice job. Let's go over and talk to Hadassah. Is that right? Is that how you say your name? Let's go to. Is it Hadassah?
I'd say almost. Hadassah.
Hadassah, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
Really?
You're alive and well.
Well, I am. I'm very alive, very well. So
Yeah, you
what
got
I'm
us
seeing
nervous.
here is that you are one of the founding members of the B Team on Facebook page.
Wow, that sounds so official.
Well, the page is
Founding
blown
members?
up. It's like, how many members are over there now?
We're at 18,000.
wow.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like the happiest
Yeah.
place. You think Disney World's happy? You can go over to.
No, we are the happy place.
Are you guys? If people come down and they are angry or mean, are you shutting them down?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we don't even address that kind of stuff. We only accept the positive. So
Love that. Well, I did notice, and I had mentioned this on the show last week, that they were, as a wedding gift to Caitlin and I, or an engagement gift, they were raising money for St. Jude. What are you guys at now?
oh, I can't believe it. Like we are at 23,373.
That's
My
amazing.
goodness.
The goal was $8,000. They're now at $23,000 for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which is the greatest gift.
Yeah, I mean, it's really for Caitlin also. I wish she was here, but it's congratulations to both of you. Like, the B team was trying to figure out, what do we get Bobby? Like, what can we buy someone who could just buy everything for himself, you know? So we thought, a fundraiser, like, that would be perfect. So within 2 days, we reached our first goal of $8,000, and then now we are at $23,000. So I would call that a win.
It is extremely perfect. 10,000 thank you. You know what? 23,000 thank yous, because I'm appreciative that you would even think about us, appreciative that people would donate some of their hard-earned money. I LOL'd because so many of them started challenging each other and they all started donating $69. So there are all these $69 donations. Hilarious. I'm just so grateful that the B team exists, and I'm proud that it continues to grow because, I was never on the A team. I was never a first stringer. I was never a popular kid. So the fact that we could take the B team and everybody feel like they're involved and included, like that was always a goal for me. So thank you very much for that, and I'm glad you got through the phone line to be able to share that.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye.
Right now it's at $23,373.
Awesome.
It's great.
Bonkers.
It's like they're creating their own little Tell Me Something Good.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's go over and play Jamison Rogers. He will be my guest on the Bobbycast this week on Friday. Search for it. Subscribe to it. Bobbycast, my music podcast. Here is Some Girls on the Bobby Bones Show. All right, coming up next, the people at Lunchbox's kids' school said, we think you're wearing an inappropriate Halloween costume. We'll tell you what that is in a minute.
Lunchbox.
Well, it's borderline. I'm not going to look down on them yet. Let them tell the story because it's.
All right.
Some of you may go, that's not crazy at all. But I can see some of you going, I can't believe you'd wear that. So we'll get to that coming up. And your calls, 877-77-BOBBY. And we'll also mention, too, if you give somebody a thermometer and they have a fever, what temperature is normal?
Normal is like 98, 90.
98.6, right? That's what we've been taught forever. It's not that anymore. They're finally coming out and going, there's a new one.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what that is, what the new normal temperature is. That's next.
Mr. Bobby Bones.
I love to pick my favorite photos that make me smile.
The new temperature to look for when you take your temperature, it used to be 98.6. People are getting cooler over time. It's now 97.5. That's the new baseline temperature. Down about a degree. Do with that as you will, but you've been served.
Thank you.
Knowledge. Thank you. I hope everybody had a good Halloween. Hope it was safe. Hope you got your candy. Lunchbox, where did you get in trouble for your costume?
My son, my oldest son, his daycare had a trunk or treat where all the families go and they have some cars lined up and you go from trunk to trunk and they hand out candy. So it's a Halloween thing, so I thought it'd be great to wear a costume. So I dressed my kid up as a skeleton and I dressed up as the shabby security guard. Like, you see a rent-a-cop at a little place and it's really just this fat suit with a shirt that's too small and your butt cracks hanging out. And I walked around, did the trunk or treat, and one parent came up and tapped me on the shoulder, and she said, "Excuse me, sir, do you really think it's appropriate to be wearing a costume where your backside is hanging out and there's little kids running around?"
I'm looking at the costume now. Just imagine like a Paul Blart Mall Cop, which we've referenced recently, and his butt crack, like a plumber even.
A real butt crack or
no,
a fake?
No,
it's
fake.
a big old fake butt crack hanging out.
Okay.
Now, I think the costume is funny. I think around a bunch of kids, though, you probably could have chosen a better option.
Yeah, because how old is your oldest son?
2.
Right. I'm not offended. I don't think it's an offensive costume, but I think that you could have probably selected a better option for that spot. Because there's a lot of butt hanging out. And maybe parents, and your kids may not, but there may be parents who are like, I don't want my kid to see somebody's butt crack. You see it?
I see it.
What do you think, Eddie?
No, that's half butt for sure. Listen, I have 4 boys, and I'll tell you right now, if all my 4 boys saw that, they would think it's the funniest thing in the whole wide world, even the baby.
Okay, but what about if you have little girls? Or what if you have little boys that don't think butts are funny?
Well, I can't think for them. I think it's okay. I think it's really funny. It's not his real butt. Real butt, we'd have a problem, dude.
What if it's a wiener? A fake wiener?
No.
Well, it's not his real wiener.
No, they're just little butt cheeks.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's a rubber one.
Or boobs. Not
Yeah.
real boobs.
Oh, not real boobs.
Guys, it's just a little butt crack. I think it's okay.
Amy?
No, you can't wear that to your 2-year-old's trunk or treating event.
You can if we're having a work party here.
Yeah, hilarious, funny,
Or there's Lunchboxes. That guy's crazy on the radio and in real life.
Yeah, but
What do you guys think? No?
It's too much.
Oh.
For that situation, it's too much.
Yeah.
You can go to bobbybones.com, though, find our Facebook page. We'll post a picture of it on our Facebook page, and you can let us know what you think there. Call us if you want as well. Not about that, but about anything. You hear, you want to comment on something, you have a question, you want world-class advice guy to give you some advice, hit us up, 877-77-BOBBY. Here is Lee Bryce, one of them girls. Bobby Bone Show.